With Hypnospace, the easiest sleep time social network just keeps getting easier.
Even my grandpa uses it.
It's easy as pie.
My kids got me into it.
With our new Hypnospace guides, you can navigate Hypnospace with the direction of top experts.
It's a real game changer.
From movies, games, and music to cars and sports, we've got it all.
Hypnospace is awesome.
We've spent over $1 billion making sure Hypnospace citizens wake up fully refreshed.
I wake up feeling great.
Why waste your sleep time merely sleeping?
Going to bed just became a whole lot of fun.
For a busy parent, Hypnospace is amazing.
Take advantage of our 30-day no-risk trial and live your dreams on Hypnospace.
For a game set entirely within the realm of a virtual operating system, Hypnospace Outlaw manages to establish one of the most confidently realised virtual worlds I've ever had the pleasure of spending time within. Its alternate reality version of the internet circa 1999 stands shoulder to shoulder with some of gaming's best locations, a cohesive space that boasts more narrative depth than most AAA blockbuster titles. All of this, achieved solely via GeoCities-esque web pages and email chains. It's an absurd achievement, and is easily one of the best games I've played in a long time. Hypnospace Outlaw takes place within the titular Hypnospace, a version of the internet that users access whilst they sleep through the use of a headband. Players assume the role of an enforcer, a glorified moderator tasked by Hypnospace creator Merchant Soft to clean up the service before the launch of their hotly anticipated Year 2000 update. Case files, sent to you via email, ask you to hunt down a wide range of digital misdemeanors, including copyright infringement, harassment, and the sharing of malicious software. Once found, players can use a tiny davil to report cybercrimes back to Merchant Soft, with successful reports rewarding them with Hypno Coins, a currency that can be spent on additional doodads for their virtual desktop. Enforcers are assigned zones, communities of web pages categorized by age range or shared interests, accessed via the operating system's Hypno browser, and it's within these zones that the majority of the game takes place. Web pages are rudimental, offering little in the way of interactivity other than providing hyperlinks to other screens, and are mainly built up of text, garish background images, low-quality JPEGs, and animated GIFs. Hazy pop beats play automatically as you navigate your way between these surreal screens that wobble pleasingly into life as they load, each one dedicated to an individual, a brand, or a community. Brand pages solidify the warped alternate reality setting within which Hypnospace takes place, advertising dreamlike alternatives to real-world counterparts. Boppos as a fast food chain that specialises in hot dogs, Swishes as a handheld RPG that tasks players with capturing grotesque monsters made of slime, and Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream as a ludicrous but beloved institution. These nonsensical products help flesh out a world ever so slightly removed from our own, where concepts such as sleep time technology achieve mainstream appeal, but still manages to be grounded just enough to feel familiar, at times uncomfortably so. The users of Hypnospace themselves are the game's most compelling element. Personal pages introduce the player to a diverse range of cyber citizens, their sites a fun visual representation of their defining characteristics. The folks who take residence in Dudtime Valley are older and more conservative, for instance. Their pages are filled with obituaries to deceased loved ones, memories of a bygone era, and, beautifully, defined by broken page layouts that reflect their tech-averse attitude towards this frightening new technology. Meanwhile, in Teentopia, a community reserved exclusively for teenagers, two 14-year-old boys argue with one another whilst blogging about their new girlfriends. Fan pages dedicated to Swishes come complete with catastrophic spelling errors, and one kid just really likes dinosaurs. This is very wholesome. The interplay within, and indeed between, these closed communities is realised to great effect. Very few pages feel isolated, each one referencing another user or brand in order to enhance the sensation that everything is firmly and organically connected. Hypnospace even features its own colloquialisms. Citizens use BWL instead of LOL, for instance, alongside its own in-jokes and memes, such as this horrific dancing pizza slice. There are even wild conspiracy theories and overblown hoaxes, such as Beef Brain, a rumour that circulates amongst Hypnospace's older users that claims extended use of Hypnospace's headband can fry your brain. In short, Hypnospace feels as though it exists without you, a real-life service you're simply observing from the sidelines rather than something built solely for the player. It's a magically bizarre world that begs for you to keep exploring. Thankfully, it's a damn fine game to explore, a pleasant thing to spend time with, simply browsing a treat in of itself. It helps that it's stored with an absolutely stellar soundtrack, one that consists of artists, albums and genres created entirely for Hypnospace, ranging from hazy bops and lo-fi beats to full-blown power ballads sung by an aging Kid Rock analog known as the Chowder Man. All of the music is successful in adding additional texture to the game's sights, and often comes complete with numerous other sites charting the genre's rise to prominence within Hypnospace because of course it does, and it's fascinating to read. I think I've spent more time reading about the history of faith music than I have actual music, which is just wild. Although you can't directly communicate with users, your actions still have an effect on those who use Hypnospace. Reporting a user for violating the rules will often see them update their Hypno page as a result, calling you out for suppressing their freedom of speech. The result of all this is a believable and accurate representation of early online communities, reflecting the various conflicts and trends that commonly occur within these contexts with a staggering amount of detail, not just in relation to the time period it attempts to mimic, but often to the modern day too. For instance, in one particularly sobering moment, a teenage girl is verbally harassed by boys as soon as she posts a picture of her face on her website. For a game with communities at its very core, Hypnospace does a wonderful job of representing both the dizzying highs and catastrophic lows that most internet users will be able to relate to all too well. Taking place over 3 days in the run-up to Merchant Soft's Year 2000 update, Hypnospace guides the player through this dense sea of pages and information via its case files. Gradually, more and more zones open up as the game progresses. New zones offer fresh perspectives and exciting new communities for you to explore, whilst previous zones evolve and react to both your influence as an enforcer and other external trends and events. All the while, you receive regular correspondence from the 2 CEOs of Merchant Soft, alongside new hires to the company, all of which paints a picture of an organisation well out of its depth and desperately floundering as its promise of a digital sleep-based utopia is slowly revealed to be little else other than reckless over-exaggeration. At its core, Hypnospace Outlaw is a deeply human tale about the internet, a funny yet sad story about the people who used the world's most popular sleep time service as they entered the new millennium. There's so much more I haven't even mentioned here. HypnoS, the operating system that serves as the game's backdrop, is fully customizable, with additional trinkets such as background wallpapers, virtual pets, screensavers, new applications and stickers purchasable with the Hypno coins you earn by completing cases. Viruses and other malware can be accidentally installed, causing your screen to wobble as if it's sea or become overridden by intrusive pop-up advertisements. Some pages are hidden from zone directories and can only be discovered by searching for key terms using a search bar or by clicking on page tabs. Uncovering hidden content, most of which is illegal, serves as the game's primary puzzle-solving activity, allowing you to sleuth your way into places you're not supposed to be. It's good. It's so good. Hypnospace Outlaw is a modern masterpiece. Its unique and evocative aesthetic feels equal parts nostalgic as it does deeply surreal, an intoxicating atmosphere unlike anything else I've ever played. It's a game jam-packed with so many completely original characters, brands, music, communities and memes, managing to create a fully realised world despite its rudimental means of conveying it to the player. Its narrative is compelling and interesting, the majority of its threads uncovered organically by the player as they explore its dense zones and uncover its hidden pages. It is a silly, weird and genuine game that aims to be playful above all else. It looks great, it sounds great, it is great. Hypnospace Outlaw is one of the best games I've played in years, a game you simply cannot miss, even if there is a chance it'll leave you infected with a terminal case of beef brain. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're interested in Hypnospace Outlaw, I did a longer look at the game last summer after I played the beta. Some of the information is obviously a little bit out of date, but that video goes into a little bit more of the context that surrounds the game, such as the 1990s. I haven't written this bit in the script, can you tell? Thank you for watching. If you like this review, you can like, comment and subscribe, because that is what the algorithm demands I say, so please do like, comment and subscribe to 7 out of 10 and buy this game because it's absolutely mint. I'll read. Bye bye.
I got a girlfriend using Hypnospace.